Alright all, welcome back, and it's now time to finally start show off the bank heist. So, I'll note that I've been sort of, dreading these heists because unlike the other ones, this is like, one of those heists that is very stealthable, but at the same time it's also excessively annoying. And I think that's sort of a good can to sort of start off with. We're going to pick up deposit here. This is one of the bank heists, bank heist deposit. And I'm just going to do this loud, and then hopefully after that, I will hopefully try and stealth one of these bank heists for you. But I'll note that these heists are, as I'm sort of like, sort of trying to get across to you, these are very difficult heists to sort of do. So we're just going to buy all this stuff here. I'll buy the vantage point because I want to show it off, but I'll note that preferably you shouldn't be buying the vantage point for this one, as it's not really that useful. And that setup will work. Basically, for the assets, the vantage point basically is sort of like detriment if you're playing with other players. Some players like to use the vantage point and just sort of jump on top of it for the point of like sniping, but you're very vulnerable up there, and if you're up there, then no one can really help you if you get downed. They weren't the greatest addition vantage points in this game, sadly. So we're starting the heist here. I'll note that our van spawn right there. This is one of the spawn points over here. There's a couple back doors, and sometimes they can be open, sometimes they aren't. And then there's also going to be a thermal drill that spawns back here as well. Your goal in this mission is basically to take the thermal drill into the vault, and then from there steal all the contents of the deposit boxes if you're playing deposit. And if you're not playing deposit, you're like doing something like cash or gold. And the purpose of doing cash or gold is more or less to steal the cash or gold instead. That's on the table in the bank instead. And I actually think I'm going into the wrong door here. But whatever. Because that's a camera right there. And there's a security room. Security room, by the way, is where the cameras are. If you're stealthing it, then the security room is where you want to go to sort of, deal with the cam guy. If you deal with him, then the cameras go offline. They stop being active. Okay, let's open this door. This is actually a door I meant to open because between the escape point and the bank vault. And we're just going to go here. Wow, there's no civilians there? That's actually really interesting. Now note that this guy here is calling for help. Alright, so this guy detected the broken camera there, sadly. I might have been able to get away with a very simple heist, basically. Essentially, whenever you have like no civilians or cameras or anything, you put the drill right there, there's a very good chance you can basically stealth this mission just by basically being here, taking out any guards that basically notice you. This is actually insanely good stealth setup. I'm kind of, bummed that I sort of chose to do this loud, but oh well. It's still good. By the way, I have a key card. You get it off the manager or you find it in his office. You can use it to open security doors like this. And that's how you can deal with the cam guy if you're in stealth. So right now, more or less, what the goal is, so to speak, is I'm going to hold off the cop waves, drill into this vault. That will take approximately, as you can see, 160 seconds. So I'm not going to basically subject you to watch me drill into the actual vault. And, you know, drill simulator. I'll basically get back to you once this sort of gets closer to completion. Something sort of occurred to me that I should probably mention, by the way, while we're drilling into the vault. There's ATMs over here, and something to know about your saw is that the saw can open up the ATMs. Now, sadly, you want to be very careful when the sieve's right next to the ATM like that, because there's a good chance that she'll maybe get killed by the saw. Boink, 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 boink. Drill repair similar yet again. And yeah, I'll get back to you when we're opening the vault. Alright, so vault's open. Once you basically, you know, reach it, then it's done. In here's deposit boxes. If you're going for other loot, there'll be something in the middle. But for now, there's just deposit boxes. I can use my saw here to basically saw through these with just 2 clicks. This is generally what you're going to do with your saw blade. You'll be going through these deposit boxes very quickly while basically another player will basically follow around muling your stuff for you. Reload. I recommend that if you're opening them, you go from left to right because of the way that the box's doors swing open. As you can see, there's loot that I can pick up, insta-cash items. There's a money bag there, that's nice. We'll deal with all the, you know, picking all this stuff up once I basically get through everything. I'm going kind of slow, I realize, but not exactly the greatest person with a saw. There's really no real reason to be a hassle, so to speak, with the saw. It's just normal. So that's one of the benefits of playing on normal here. I get to show you off opening all these boxes. So you more or less get this sort of basic idea of going through it. You go left to right. Another option that players will sometimes do is they'll go like this. So instead of going, you know, left to right, they'll go left top to left bottom, left top to left bottom, or left bottom, left top, whatever works for them. I'll note, by the way, that some people also like to pick up Berserker. If you pick up Berserker Ace, you can use it to open these boxes faster with like 1 click. Basically, each time I'm doing this, I'm using basically 2 clicks to basically get through the boxes and opening them. There's some gold. And yeah, it's more or less a boring process at this point, just sawing open all this stuff. So I'll do that first. And then maybe I'll collect the, you know, stuff after and bag it up. I figured I noticed something. I just used up the bag I had right there with my saw blades. So you can open up a lot of these up. Damn bots in the way here. Note that if there's a bot in the way, they'll absorb hits, so maybe call them out of the way if they're in the way. So there's that side completely open. I'll basically get back once we're on this side. I'll note, by the way, that I'm going to use this asset here. Figure I should note that as well. This asset can probably allow me to open up most, if not all, the deposit boxes before I'm done here. Alright, so at this point, I'll note that I've opened up all the boxes. I want to also know as well that that asset over there is still there. So it's worth knowing that basically I have aced ammunition specialist, which means I get double ammo bags and I get you know, more ammo, so to speak, from those bags. You only need the starting asset and basically one of the full bags to open all these boxes up. So note that if you're playing with other people, you don't need to have a whole lot of, you know, you only need to maybe have access to one of the bags if you've got ammunition specialist and you're the enforcer. They can use up one of the other bags. So you can do that. And it's also knows well that I have fully loaded. That's the only reason that basically I'm getting a little bit more ammunition from my thing here. If you have other like perks to improve your portal saw, like, you know, the carbon blades or just, you know, the ace portal saw, I've only got basic here, you really shouldn't have any problems with opening up these boxes up. So that's done. I'm actually looting these pretty damn fast. As you can see, it's not that hard to, by the way, jump by the way to get the stuff from the ceilings. It's not too hard to loot this fairly quickly, as you can see. Now, ideally, if I had dead presents, I'd get a little bit more money from this, but I'm one of those people that says that dead presents isn't that great, and, you know, it holds very true. And that's basically it. So that's basically all of the deposit boxes looted. Once you basically get to the point where all that stuff is looted, it's just a, you know, ferrying job. You're going to be ferrying up all this stuff to the van. Oh, I hear a sniper. He's right up there. Oh, there we go. We got a few hits on him. Taking a little damage here because there's a guy behind a dumpster I missed. I don't want to jump into the escape because that'll end the heist, and I got that other loot I want to get first, so we'll try and do that. And here's another package. As you can see, gold is very difficult to sort of carry. He's still not dead, that damn sniper. So gold is very heavy. It'll take you a while to get over here, but it's worth so damn much when you get there. Now, money's a little bit different than gold. I can be a little bit more throw and bag it, so to speak, with it. There we go. Only 4 bags spawned, so the rest was just instant loot or empty deposit boxes. Yes, I know you're still out there. Luckily, it doesn't seem like he has very good ability. He's got like a minimum range, so to speak, that sniper, so it doesn't look like he can hit me once I get past the sidewalk here. Or maybe he's dead. That could be it too. So this is where you can see having a lot of players can help. Having all these bags to move along, more players means many hands, means faster movement and all that. I missed, or I didn't miss the van. Once you have all that in, you can basically just get out. So there's deposit, so to speak, done. Again, kind of pitiful that I couldn't stealth that, but more or less it worked pretty damn well. As you can see, the payout's actually really good. That's something I know about the Bank Heist in general. Even on normal, I got 140k for doing that. On Overkill, you can get a lot of money from doing Bank Heists. Generally, when people are looking to make money, just come here, use a saw, rip through a few deposit boxes, grab their money, and get out. Anyhow, I'll jump back in here with the other heists. I'll do, basically, I think I'll do all of them. Here's the thing. There's basically 4 heists in general, but more or less they're so repetitive. Cash and gold are more or less the same thing. Cash, basically, you're going in there and you're just grabbing some cash off the table. You don't have to open up the deposit boxes, though you can if you want. There's also gold, which is just much like cash, except that you've got heavier gold and it's a pro job, so if you fail, then you fail for good. And then, of course, there's just the regular Bank Heist. And Bank Heist pro job here, it's just a random chance of this, or this occurring. So you'll have one of these free pop up. But that'll be it for deposit. Maybe next time I'll jump in here, I can show you off what the other 3 are like. And they're more or less the same thing. But I can maybe show you off like stealthing it and stuff like that instead. For now, take care.